Welcome back to the jungle, a top of the table clash between the Perth Wildcats and Melbourne United. Had it marked on the calendar for a while, and we are underway in the jungle with Melbourne United winning the first tip. Shane Hill. The anticipation for this clash, the atmosphere in the air, it's electric.
These are the games as a player you want to be part of as Holt gets that first one up, doesn't go.
That Knight coming down with the first rebound for the Perth Wildcats. United taking the first victory this season. Perth hit some form, particularly on their home court this season. Is White bustling down low, tipped away. That'll be a Wildcats ball.
And that's the strategy from the Wildcats. They've got a clear advantage inside. Size inside, and they've got the depth coming off the bench as well. Nathan Jawai is a good passer out of the block as well. And he'll certainly get some early touches.
Here's Martin driving, trying to kick it back to White. Bounced off the shins. Melbourne come up with it. The noise in this building, something else. Here's Golding, quick step away from Martin. Wanted to drive into the lane, foul early. And he goes to the floor.
And that's great play from Chris Golding as well. He can't just settle for the three. Have a look, he's really improved his game of getting to the paint and then drawing that contact. Matt Knight really didn't have many options there because it was really caused by Golding.
A little sneaky one from Daniel Kickett there as well, just stepping into Matt Knight's path. Forcing him to make the contact with Golding, and there is the first point of the night.
Wait for it, guys.
Such a tough matchup, Golding, when he can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor, but when he gets his up fake going, he plays off the dribble, he plays inside and out, and he can create pretty well for his teammates as well.
Starting to work back to that early season form that we've seen Chris Golding. 25 points and 19 in his last 2 games. Here's Prater. And so electric for the Wildcats. Driving inside. Matt Knight just inside the three-point line. And he buries it.
Great drive and dish too from Prater. Just so athletic getting to the basket. And that's what Matt Knight does so well.
Majuk trying to fight through a bit of traffic there. He was fouled and got to the line himself.
The birthday boy, 23 today.
23 years young.
Perth boy. And he'll be very excited about coming home, playing in front of family and friends.
The first time tonight that he's actually played in front of his family. Of course, spent a lot of time in the US through high school and college. Played away in Europe last year. Good to see him back, and he's having a real impact this season.
Well, he needs to have a big one tonight. He scored and he rebounded double figures in 8 of the first 10 games he played, but he hasn't had 10+ rebounds in the last 5 games.
No good from the free throw line there. Here's Prater driving baseline on Blanchfield. Threw it up, ugly shot, goes and gets it himself again. Trying to drop it down to White, but it'll be a United ball.
And that's where United have to do a better job of blocking out. They gave up 20 offensive rebounds the last time these two teams played, and that was really the only way that Perth stayed in the game. I don't expect this to be the high-scoring, free-flowing game that they traditionally play. I think it's going to be a more grinded sort of game because both teams are so desperate on the defensive end.
Have to make the most of your opportunities. Golding down to Majuk. Blocked with authority by big Nate White. Prater takes it to the rack. Couldn't get the finish. And there's a bit of a tangle. The early points going the way of White.
Wow. He absolutely slapped this back. Great block, just good timing from Nate White.
Not a good start for Majuk missing a couple of free throws and then being blocked. Be an enticing battle between those two all night. Here's Golding again. Guarded by High, steps back, he locked it out of the hand. Knight was up, and it's tipped away.
Interesting strategy from the Perth Wildcats, having Damian Martin not match up on Golding. Show of respect for Stephen Holt, who's a great player as well, but you certainly don't want Golding getting open early, and he just had too much mobility for Hire on that occasion.
Jawa across to higher. Down low tonight. Good hands there by Kickett. To just knock it away. 9 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Cats with the inbound. Beal. 5 on the shot clock. Has to go to work. Being guarded by Holt. He'll put it up. Jermaine Beal. Always a little heavy. Big offensive rebound there by Jawa, but tipped away at the last moment. Holt in transition decides to pull it up. Across to Golding. No better man to have it in his hands than Chris Golding with that amount of time.
Uh-oh. Do not want to let Chris Golding get going with open threes to start the game.
Jawa gets it back from Martin. And another poor pass, turnover.
Golding will take confidence from this. Just getting an open three. It was only 1 from 7 from the three-point line the last time these two teams played.
3 turnovers already for the Wildcats in the first few minutes. Good opportunity for Melbourne. Between Chris, this lead at the start. Good hands from Martin, almost knocked it away. 9 on the shot clock. Holt takes it from a long way back. Blanchfield doing well under the rim, but he couldn't get the finish.
Little hard move. Todd Blanchfield missed a little bunny.
There's 1 on 3. Looked like an easy putback. Here's Jarwhite, close to the bucket. Spin move there, and he does well. Just too big and too strong.
Well, good poise too. Used that up fake, really stepped through and just made the easy one.
Just kick it. Knows he'll have the reach there on Beal. And the refs are going to talk as to which way this one's going to go.
Are you confident with the way you go?
Yeah, back of his leg. Back of his leg.
Cool. Just had to ask the question, Daniel. It looked different from the outside.
So it came off the back of the leg of one of the Wildcats.
Good communication though. You'd rather the refs have a little chat about it. Make sure that we got the right decision.
Holt inbounds. Golding puts it up straight away. The Wildcats want to push it in transition. High to Beal. Good pass inside. Matt Knight. What a look from Jermaine Beal. The Melbourne defence at a standstill, and Knight just walks through the lane. Stolen back by Perth, and then fouled was Knight by Holt. So good couple of seconds there for the Perth Wildcats.
Yeah, great pass on that last possession from Jermaine Beal. You know, he's a good scorer for the Wildcats, and see that steal there from Matty Knight. A little bit of frustration as well. Get Stephen Holt off him, but Jermaine Beal, he's 62 assists to only 30 turnovers, and for a shooting guard, he's done a really good job this year of balancing the scoring duties and bringing other people into the game.
Had to take the ball handling responsibilities a lot more this season as an offensive foul called on Jarwhite. Majuk going to the floor.
I think it was on higher.
It's the leg getting tangled.
Yeah, couldn't quite get position then higher. Really wanted to make contact with the screen. But I think it's the right call.
Blanchfield. Now Holt. Golding coming up the screen. High right there with him. 7 on the shot clock. Kick it. Sends it from deep. Just rims out. The Cats back the other way. Here's Martin on the direct. Pressured by Golding. Dangerous pass. Stolen away by Holt. He'll take it all the way.
Little sneaky hops at the end there for Holt as well. Good defense from United though. Get that deflection. Easy 2 points.
And another turnover for Perth. Here's Knight. A long way from the basket. Majuk doing well on the rebound. Golding lays it off to kick it. Good defense there from Martin. Golding steps back on Matt Knight. And he drains a big 3.
That was unfair. Matt Knight on Golding. Now United have to be able to get Golding moving. They need him off down picks. He's got higher on him. He's going to be too mobile and too quick.
Golding got 7 points in the first quarter. Beal trying to answer back with a triple. United with a 4-point lead. And a good start to this one. Kickett putting it up as well. Another one in the face of Matt Knight.
Oh, and Matt Knight needs to do a better job. I mean, that's what Kickett does. He's a catch and shoot 3-point shooter. That time it was a long 2. You've got to get up and in. As you see Golding here shaking and baking, you can contest that as much as you want. Chris Golding goes whack.
Big 3 from Chris Golding. And Kickett following it up with a bucket just after that. And all of a sudden, United out to 12. It's important to do in this venue because the Wildcats have been really good this season in their opening 7 quarters at home. The Wildcats have led it against their opposition 153 to 111. So they start out really well. And Shane Hill caught up with the man that's on fire, Chris Golding, before the game.
Got to love these top of the table clashes.
Yeah, obviously we didn't get away, we got away to a pretty good start, but the last few weeks haven't been fantastic, and it's been vice versa for Perth. You know, they're probably the hottest team in the competition right now, so it's going to be a big one.
What about your own form? You're on fire early in the season, and it's been a little bit of a struggle lately.
Yeah, well, I think getting off to a good start was great, but then, you know, being on top of the table, teams really started to look at us and figure out ways to shut us down, and, you know, I didn't do a good enough job of getting loose and getting my teammates involved and ticking over the scoreboard. So hopefully in the second half of the year I can improve that and, you know, we can stay up towards the top of the table.
Well, he's done a very good job tonight, Chris Golding. 7 points so far in the first quarter. He was one that helped Melbourne to the top of the ladder to this point. But Perth nipping at their heels, just 1 game back.
Yeah, well, Perth win this game. They go to the top, but New Zealand, they've been on fire as well with Corey Webster back into the lineup. So very close in that top 3.
Big win by Townsville earlier tonight as well. Plenty of drama in that one is Jar White backing down in the post. The hands are out from the juke.
He's just got too much strength down low. Nathan Jawai, he should be getting the ball a whole lot more, because then when they start double teaming, it's going to open up the shooters from the perimeter as well for the Perth Wildcats. Get guys like Jermaine Beal, now Wagstaff's into the game. Redditch, guys that can really toe that 3-point line.
13 points, 8 rebounds last time against Melbourne, did Nate Jawai. Here's Redditch into the action. Awkward shot, as he so often likes to do. He couldn't find the hoop then. Melbourne another chance to extend that lead. Kickett being guarded by Wagstaff. 9 on the shot clock. Almost had it stripped away. Backing down again. A little too heavy with the steal attempt there was Wagstaff.
But much better D from Wagstaff. See how he didn't let Kickett get his feet set? That's what he does. He needs to make Kickett put the ball on the floor. And that's where Daniel needs to improve his game as well. He's only shot 20 free throws for the whole season in 15 games, Daniel Kickett. An exceptional 3-point shooter at 44%. Actually led the whole league last year at 51%. But if he can just mix up his game a little bit more of being able to put that ball to the floor and get to the paint, he'd become a much more complete player.
5th foul for the Cats, so Kickett goes to the free throw line.
He's automatic when he gets there as well.
85% this season. 18 of 21. If you include that last one. Early break, but the free throw will count. Slightly worried look from Trevor Gleeson.
Well, now United players, they see Perth with 5 team fouls. They have to be aggressive, continue to put the ball on the floor, as I say, get themselves to the free throw line and really build on this early lead.
Redditch into Jervis. Here's Prater back into the action, took the contact, couldn't get the finish, it lands back in his lap. Wagstaff to Redditch. Another opportunity here for Perth. Down for Jervis. Good active hands from Blanchfield. Read that well. Wildcats will retain possession with 8 on the shot clock.
Great pick and roll defense. You see that. Blanchfield was done, so he made a late effort to be able to tip that ball away. Melbourne United are on a 9-0 run.
Silencing the crowd here in the jungle. 7 on the shot clock. Prather has to pull up. Again, another one just rimming out. Warwick comes up with it. It was meant for Tomlinson. Kicked away by Blanchfield. Wasn't expecting it. Redditch trying to use his size. And foul will go on Tomlinson for the push.
Bad turnover from United. Sean Redditch finds himself to the line. And it would have been a real easy play for Tomlinson to really take a charge on Sean Redditch there, especially after that first bump. He was always going to come back and go again, Sean Redditch, to try and draw that contact.
First one missed from Redditch, who had been 87% from the line before that shot. He misses both.
Good call, and this will be 2 free throws as well. Silly foul from Sean Redditch. And when you're on a 9-0 run, you miss 2 free throws, you turn an error into a mistake. Just with that little grab. And they're shooting 25% from the field, the Perth Wildcats. 0 from 2 from the three-point line and 0 from 2 from the free throw line.
A free throw makes it a 10-0 run in favour of United.
Yeah, they've got all the momentum at the moment. And really it's coming from the defensive end of Melbourne United that have done such a good job of really taking the Perth Wildcats out of their sets.
Jared Kenny. Lost to Prather. He's not able to get going just yet. Lovely dribble move through the lane, laying it in for 2.
Great play by Prather. And again, he has to find ways to get aggressive in the half-court sets if they're not getting stops at the defensive end, because that's his specialty in transition.
Stops that 10-0 run from United. Warwick against Jervis. Nice little step, and he knocks down the jumper.
Well, that's an NBA veteran for you right there. 532 NBA games, just toying with Tom Jervis in the block.
Jervis wants to go back the other way. Warwick having none of that. Prather open for 3.
And he's shown he can shoot that all year. Certainly an athlete, but shooting the ball at 42% from the three-point line, he needs to be respected.
Casey Prather with the last 5 points for the Wildcats. Golding driving easily past Redditch, kicks it out. Tomlinson, Blanchfield, deep in the corner, blocked. Prather showcasing his athleticism again. Closed the gap quickly. Sent the ball flying into the crowd.
Good offense too from United, but an even better defensive play, as you called, from Prather. Just got that athleticism, and you see good extra pass from Tomlinson. Blanchfield really didn't respect the athleticism of Prather to be able to get to the shot.
There's Warwick again, going to work on Jervis. Trapped underneath the bucket, 1 on the shot clock. Time expires. He's looking to take it up, but he just got it a little tangled.
Well, he's missed 6 games this year, Keem Warwick, and you just get that feeling the last 3 games he's starting to find a little bit of momentum, starting to look a lot more aggressive in the offensive end when he gets the ball. I think he's going to have a really big second half of the year.
He's scored 15, 13 and 14 in his last 3 games for Keem Warwick. So, as you said, hammer is starting to build.
Well, and he only plays 18 minutes a game, so he's getting those points in limited court time, but really good at finding his way to the free throw line, averaging almost 6 a game.
Casey Prather up to 5 points in the first quarter, and Shane Hill spoke with him before the game.
Huge game tonight. A Perth Wildcats victory will mean you guys will be on top of the table.
Exactly, man. It's a big game. You know, we're going against a great team in Melbourne. And I think all the guys in the locker room pumped up and excited about this game.
What are the keys to victory for you?
Rebounding basketball, you know, everyone has to do a good job getting on boards. We got limited to one shot. They got great shooters, so can't bail them out by giving them a second chance.
You've been getting 12,000 people excited here at this arena with those dunks from Jermaine Beal. What do you expect tonight? A little bit of that?
Yeah, hopefully, man. You know, that's always the plan. Go out there and, you know, perform as best you can. So, you know, that's always the plan.
Not a lot of excitement chatting to you, Hammer, but he's bringing plenty of excitement into the building.
Well, he certainly does. I was more excited talking to him than what he gave me back, but he's certainly a talent. And you can see why all these fans love coming to watch the Wildcats play.
You see that drive through the lane, and a three-point shot, something he's taking a little bit more as the season progresses.
Well, they have to close him out short because he's got that first step that he can get to the basket whenever he wants. So he's certainly developed that 42%, as we said before. And now people are going to have to start closing him out a little bit harder.
He's just creeping at the back there, wanting Redditch to throw the alley-oop. Wagstaff bubbles out for Redditch. Kenny draws the man to him, kicks it across to Wagstaff, took the contact from Tomlinson. Fourth foul for United.
See, Kenny's got to shoot that ball. He's a very good shooter when he's open. He was wide open then, shooting 46%. Made that extra pass to somebody who's not shooting the ball nearly as well in Wagstaff. And I think he's got to back himself. He played really valuable minutes when Damian Martin was out with his injuries.
It's been something that has been showcased right through the Wildcats season, his reluctance to shoot that three-point shot, but he's hit some really clutch shots late in games to really get the Wildcats out of trouble.
Well, he's an experienced player. International experience, obviously, with the Kiwis. Played a long time in New Zealand in their National League and had a really valuable role so far to keep the Wildcats in there without their illustrious captain.
30-year-old rookie in the NBL, Jared Kenny. Minutes starting to go down with Martin increasing his role. Again for the Perth Wildcats. Still looking to make an impact off the bench. Last 30 seconds of the first quarter. He's had a bit of everything as Holt drives through the lane and he took the contact. He couldn't get the finish. And he'll shoot a few more free throws.
He's tough, Holt. Obviously can shoot the ball well from three, but got a really good first step. Great ball handler, and I think he's a really good balance for Melbourne United as well. Really picks and chooses when it's his time to be aggressive and when it's his time to facilitate a little bit more, because they've got so many offensive weapons. Melbourne United, they don't need somebody at the point that's going out trying to get 25 or 30 every game.
Gets to the free throw line a lot as well. That was his 70th free throw of the season, so it's a valuable thing to be able to do.
Well, and it's great recognition. As a point guard, you see the other teams in the bonus, so you can be a little bit more aggressive and really, especially against a defensive team like Perth that want to pressure you a little bit more, you really want to create that contact.
Small differential between the shot and the game clock, as there's a foul down low. Hadjimirovic getting caught up with Redditch.
Exactly the same thing. You have a look here. That's a veteran against a rookie. Really created the contact. Did Sean Redditch, trying to get himself to the line and make amends for the last two bricks he threw up.
As I said, Hammer, surprisingly missed the last two free throws as that one finds its way to the bottom of the net.
Been such a reliable player for a long time. Didn't have a lot of confidence as he looked like he fell forward on that free throw as well.
That one looked a little better. The last possession will be with United, you'd think. 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Holt looking to go to work on Kenny. A screen from Warwick. Hadjimirovic back to 3 seconds. Holt, he's fouled. And it could prove costly.
And he did exactly the same thing again. Really created that contact on Kenny, who was playing pretty good defense. Initiated by Stephen Holt. Very good heads-up play. As you see there, just caught Kenny out of position a little bit, made that contact. Now he gets a couple of cheapies with 1 second to go before the quarter.
And a costly foul from Kenny. Melbourne will lead it at quarter time as Holt knocks down the first. Steve Holt knocking down 2 free throws. As the Wildcats with a quick inbound. Hail Mary there from Wagstaff. And that is quarter time here at the Perth Arena. And Melbourne United silencing the crowd here in the Jungle, leading it by 6 points. A big crowd enjoying the action. It's Melbourne United by 6 points. And Hammer, a great start for United in that first quarter.
Well, it certainly was, and it came from the defensive end. 31%, they held the Wildcats to us. Matty Knight says it stops there. We need 2. But the other area for the Wildcats is they had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. They need to take better care of the ball.
Hadjimerovic, speaking of taking better care of the ball, throws it away. Warwick goes down mid-court. Cats have the numbers momentarily. Beal, he pulls up. Out of the blocks quickly, the Wildcats to start the second.
Well, great score from Matty Knight, and then a great screen to get Beal open.
Holt driving on Martin. Warwick, catch and shoot. Easy as you like for Hakeem Warwick.
They are going to have to get out on Warwick. Like I said, you just get that feeling that he's about to have a big second half of the year and just looking really confident and aggressive at the same time.
Beal just inside the three-point line. He's starting to get himself going. Back-to-back buckets for Jermaine Beal. Warwick looking to go at Jervis. Thought he got one across the face there. Under pressure, trap, almost threw it away. Hadjimerovic, great pass. Blanchfield with all the time in the world. He'll be disappointed he didn't knock that one down. Mark, good screen there from Jervis. Floats one up, couldn't get it to roll in. Melbourne lead's been cut to 2. Warwick, that one's ugly. Ooh. And it's going to be a Wildcats ball. Dean Demopoulos furious on the sidelines, skipping up and down.
You see Blanchfield going out of the game. He was averaging 13 points a game in the first 10. Now 6 points a game in the last 5 games. And he's a player that's shown so much promise, really good in the pre-season, capable of doing so much more, but for whatever reason has just gone off the rails and lost a little bit of his confidence.
Here's Beal. He's starting to feel it. Jermaine Beal.
Well, United need to start showing on Jermaine Beal. If he comes off open on those pick and rolls, he's going to knock that down all day.
3 buckets for Jermaine Beal in this second quarter. It was almost knocked away by Prather. It was an early foul though from the Wildcats against Damien Martin. Just catching the arm there of Holt.
Chris Golding back into the lineup. Good sub. They really needed him on the offensive end. They've struggled a little bit in the start of this second quarter.
Damien Martin always in the thick of the action.
He's such a relentless defender.
Still 14, still 14.
Just a little 1%ers that he does. It won't show up on the stat sheet, but just an incredible competitor and a great teammate.
United lead's gone in the blink of an eye. Here's Tomlinson, 7 on the shot clock. Had it stripped away by Prather. Desperately trying to get it back. And here's the Wildcats on the burst. Beal to Big Tom Jervis.
Jermaine Beal. Again, he's hit shots, getting out on the break. As we said before, he has an ability to be able to create. Good hands by Prather that got it out to Beal on that steal.
Big bucket there for the Wildcats. They have the lead. It was 6 points in favour of United at quarter time. And now Melbourne United trail by 2. Let's have a listen to their coach, Dean Demopoulos.
Not too bad. On that on ball with, all right, Beal. Let's trap it next time. All right, let's trap it next time. Nah, it was pass and follows. All right, I'd love to ice it myself. You want to trap it?
Line has to be there, because if I'm
right here. You got to come over. You got to crack down. All right? Hey, the next time up. All right, run the smash. All right, run the smash. Hey, come on. Hey, this shit ain't going to be easy now. Take a breath. All right? We're in great shape right here. Okay? We turn the ball over and everybody hit the boards and we'll be fine. All right, team.
Dean Demopoulos there just calling for a bit of calm. And he's been a revelation for United coming in, especially at the start of the season. First NBL coach to coach the first 7 games to wins. It extended that to 9. And of course, he's got a pretty impressive CV.
Well, he certainly does. Have a look at that, what he's done in the NBA and his opportunity to run a team. So great start for his NBL career, but it also raises expectations as well, and they've lost 4 since. Great defense from the Perth Wildcats with a full-court trapping defense.
The Cats have certainly lifted their intensity in the second quarter. United yet to match it. Damien Martin again getting involved. Prather driving baseline, kicks it into the corner. Jermaine Beal!
Well executed play by the Perth Wildcats. Little back pick on the weak side, drive baseline on the strong side. As open as you want to be.
Beal's got 9 points in the quarter. One almost tipped away. Melbourne down by 5. Here's Holt trying to stop the run from Perth. It will be a Wildcats ball. Melbourne United went on a 10-0 run in the first quarter. Well, the Cats have scored the last 9 points of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have to make adjustments now. Melbourne United, they've gone to a 2-3 zone.
Beal again from deep. Shooting real early in the shot clock.
Not a good start to your zone, though, where you make one pass for an open 3 to one of the better shooters in the competition.
Holt threw it up there. Couldn't find the basket. Beal thought about pulling up for 3.
He should have.
Flicked the pass through. Cats looking to set up again. Prather, nice dribble there on Blanchfield. It was forced to foul. Threw it up, score won't count. Trevor Gleeson animated on the side of the court, as are all the Wildcats bench. Lovely little crossover there from Casey Prather. And Blanchfield really had no alternative.
And as soon as he sees that switch on the on ball, he wants to be aggressive to try and make his way to the paint.
Here we go, Red. Take the screen, guys. Hiding.
Melbourne United really have to lock down on Beal. He's that sort of player. Once he gets momentum.
Good pass inside. Knight, but blocked by Majuk. It was off the glass. It'll be counted as a goaltend. Just a little late on the block as we look at the replay. Lovely pass inside.
Great high-low from the Perth Wildcats. Now there's full court pressure again. United have to have their press break ready to be able to beat it.
Holt, lead of foot. Trying to bypass the defence. Blanchfield off a screen. Golding under pressure now from Damien Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Golding looking to go to work, foul. Arm was grabbed. Martin all over him like a cheap suit.
Yeah, and good play by Golding, because as soon as you see the toughness of someone like Damien Martin up and in, really just to be able to rip that ball from one side to the other, really puts the pressure on the referees to make him make this call. And he reaches so much, Damien Martin, and he does such a good job of reaching without normally getting called for those fouls.
Golding blocked by Jervis, just trying to force it up. Cats come up with it. They want to push it in transition. Prather deep in the corner. Got kick it in the air. He was fouled. And he'll shoot 3 free throws.
Well, we'll have a look at the video to see whether this was 3. They've called it as a 3. This is a great block from Tom Jervis. Leads their team in block shots. Just really good length. Yep. And certainly a 3-point shot. Great up fake. Casey Prather.
Prather electrified the Perth Arena in the last game against the 36ers with an alley-oop, a block shot, and then an alley-oop all in the space of 15 seconds. Certainly creating a pretty decent highlight reel so far this season.
Yeah, he has, and he's a really good mix for this team. They've got their bigs inside that play tough point guard, good shooting guard, and they really needed that athletic three-man, like an Ennis-type player that was going to bring the crowd alive with the athleticism.
Certainly brought a few more people through the gate, you'd think, as well, as James Ennis did 2 seasons ago for the Perth Wildcats. Kick it. A hook shot. Majuk fouled. The United ball.
Good offensive rebound by Majuk. Spoke about his ability to be able to get the rebounds. Been out of favour the last few weeks. I've actually been waiting for United to make a change to the starting lineup. Thought Hakeem Warwick might come into that starting lineup to give them a little bit more punch early.
Golding down to Majuk. Going to work against Jervis. And a travel. Hasn't been a happy homecoming for Majuk so far. We know the skill set that he has. It's his birthday today. 23 years old. Big future ahead of him. Here's Jermaine Beal. Catching and shooting. Kept alive by Knight. Majuk fighting for it. Reeled it in, but ran out of room. Wildcats ball.
Great screens on that pin down for Jermaine Beal. So tough to defend when he gets some sort of space, but it was the staggered screen from the bigs that really gave him that opportunity to get free.
Here's Beal again off the screen. Couldn't get the shot up that time. Through the lane. Rebound by Majuk. United need to find an answer. Holt up in the air. Defense all around him. He landed again. Travelling violation. He thought he took some contact.
You don't see that too often. You see him there. Really got stuck as he was trying to have the little wraparound pass to Majuk. Like it got caught on Tom Jervis's hip.
Nine on the shot clock for Jermaine Beal. Long way from the hoop at the moment. Damien Martin in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Had to throw it up. Would have got settled on that possession. The Perth Wildcats. Here's Holt. Good screen from Majuk. Holt pulls up, looking for 2. And a tough quarter for Melbourne United. Prather, nice little step on. Holt, what a hop and a skip through the lane. Just finger roll finish. Pretty stuff from Casey Prather.
Yeah, that wasn't even a Euro step. That was just a massive hop. And he loves going off that right foot back to his left side to be able to score down the middle.
Here's Kickett answering back. And a desperately needed 3-point bucket there for Melbourne United.
And that could do their confidence some good. They're on an 11-0 run, the Perth Wildcats, before that 3-point bucket from Kickett.
Knight driving the lane, took the contact. Kickett disappointed with himself. Knight just blew by him. It's a replay of Casey Prather.
There's that little hop we spoke about before. Really nice, aggressive play to the basket, Casey Prather. But it's the offensive end for Melbourne United where they've gone cold. Only 13 points so far this quarter. They really have to get it through some hands, really have a target of what they're trying to get done. At the moment, they're a little aimless in their offense. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of strategy, and either get Chris Golding into the game or Warwick, who's just come back into the game, get him some touches in the block, but they need some sort of strategy of where their strengths are.
Golding hasn't scored this quarter. 4 free throws taken there. And it'll be United possession. Jermaine Beal up to 9 points. Casey Prather 9 points for the Wildcats. Golding going to the floor, and he's out of court. He's not happy. He thought there was contact, which forced him to the floor, and he slid just a little too far with the ball in his possession. Referee right on the spot.
Yep, it's a lonely place, this Perth Arena, when you're an opposition player and things aren't going your way. They certainly get into it. They know how to do it the right way over here in Perth. Like the whole city gets behind the Wildcats, and Melbourne United, you'd have to think, are heading in the same direction with the big crowds they've got. The entertainment, the glitz, the celebrities, the whole thing. You can just tell the NBL's back.
See a red in the jungle tonight. Happy with the fight back from their team to this point. Here's Beal, been the instigator of most of it. Knight just inside the three-point line. He does like that range for a big man.
He does. Good shot, but again, was created by Beal. He's got 4 assists already in the first half.
Here's Golding. Throwing it away. Beal trying to go behind the back row, picks it up. Beal in support, throws the alley-oop, looking for Prater. Knight stolen away, and still backs it in for 2.
Make that 5 assists. Jermaine Beal. Again, second in a row to Matthew Knight, who's the beneficiary.
Here's kick it. No room there. Warwick's got time. Almost looked a little short. Blanchfield been rebounding well so far. Kick it. Little side step, and he buries another 3.
Great up fake, Daniel Kickett. You have to jump at that shot to run him off the line. Just took a little side step to his right, as you called.
Prater high off the glass. Unstoppable when he gets his momentum up like that. Casey Prater now with 11 points.
He's dynamite in the break.
Oh, he gave it to a guy who thought he was going to chuck it in.
And again, that was after a made basket. So when they get the chance to run, the Perth Wildcats, they're difficult to stop.
Perth playing well. United just struggling from the field at the moment. Here's Blanchfield off the screen. Beal right there with him. Puts it on the floor. Runs out of room. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kick it. Driving in. Golding there. Kick it. 2 on the shot clock. Throws it up with the left hand. Ugly possession from Melbourne.
Just swarming defense from the Perth Wildcats.
Pulls up for 3! The crowd on their feet. And the Wildcats have blown this one open.
That is a dagger from Jermaine Beal, showing the variety of being able to score 12 points in this first half to go with 5 assists.
Warwick, nice little step, elevation. The long limbs of Hakeem Warwick helping him to drop that one in. Trevor Gleeson spoke at his press conference during the week that they were keen to prove their championship credentials. Going a long way to doing that at the moment. It's Knight now in the post. Back to Beal, the catch and shoot. He is feeling it! Jermaine Beal! Money from beyond the arc.
He's on fire. 46 points in this first half now, after only getting 15 in the first quarter.
And 15 for Jermaine Beal in this second quarter. He has lit the place up. United desperately need a bucket heading into the halftime break. Here's Holt. Fouled hard by Jawai. And he'll go to the free throw line. 3.4 seconds remaining in this first half. Jawai knew that he was past. Decided to give up the free throws. What a turnaround we've seen in this one. Remarkably, Melbourne United led it by 6 points at quarter time. They have struggled in the second. The Cats have found their mojo. Holt does well with the free throws. And a timeout called. So we've still got 3.4 seconds remaining. And a chance, Shane Hill, just to dissect a little bit. How has this happened?
Well, it's been on the defensive intensity from the Perth Wildcats. They really stepped it up, and holding United to only 35% from the field. Done a great job. They've also kept United off the free throw line. They've only taken 2 free throws in this second quarter after giving up 12 in the first. And then when you add in the injection of Beal on the offensive end to be able to put points on the board and create for everyone else.
Well, he hadn't scored in the first quarter, Jermaine Beal. He was none from 2 from beyond the arc. But since then, he has really got going. 6 of 11 now, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, up to 15 points. And he's really ignited the Wildcats.
Well, and he's that sort of player that he can put numbers on the board very quickly. And it was only last month when he did that against the Illawarra Hawks and had a huge last quarter to be able to single-handedly win that game down in Wollongong.
The last time against Melbourne, Jermaine Beal, a completely different story. It was 3 of 16, his worst shooting performance for the season, at only 18%. He's certainly come back and torched him tonight.
Yeah, but that's what shooters do. It's hard to be able to consistently do it. And when you have a 3 for 16 game, you've got to be able to wipe that the next time you play with a whole lot of confidence, and he's certainly done that so far.
The Cats have had a chance to construct a possession. Quickly to Beal. 1 on the clock. He'll be the man to pull up. Jermaine Beal! The bomb right on the stroke of half-time. And the Perth Wildcats unbelievably dominant in that second quarter. Melbourne United stunned, shell-shocked. And the Wildcats head to the break with all the momentum. It was a 22-point turnaround by the Perth Wildcats in the second quarter. The Jermaine Beal show well and truly underway as we start the second half. With Melbourne United a little shell-shocked. Certainly not done with yet. It's Golding. And he's fouled by Prather.
Well, he just needed to be able to finish that. Chris Golding, great take, getting to the basket. They're going to give him 2 free throws anyway, even though he passed it. And I think that's the rule. As bad as it is, I think they give it to him.
I think it's a big pass over the other side of the court.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go back.
Referee's having a chat about it. Trevor Gleeson saying he can't read his mind.
Well, that's what the rule actually says. I just think it's a bad rule. He passed the ball. The referees shouldn't be mind readers, and they're giving it to him from the baseline now.
United inbound. Lansfield has it stolen away by Prather. Desperation from both players. A great defensive play. You said at half-time, Shane Hill, the Wildcats couldn't let up on how good their defense was in that second quarter, and Prather getting busy. Prather to Damien Martin from the top of the 3, looking for the friendly roll. Just didn't want to drop.
Well, I like the intensity that United's come out with. Chris Golding really trying to match up against Beal and take him out of the game, and he's been aggressive at this end, and that's where they really lacked in that second quarter.
Prather, real aggressive to the hoop. Again, he loves that little hop. Got Blanchfield off balance foul, and he'll shoot 2.
He's got a lot of pop. You have a look, this time he goes left to right on his Euro step. Probably more a guess than they could actually see that. And that call from the ref. But he's dynamic when he gets on the break.
Casey Prather scored at least 20 points in 3 of his last 5 games. So he's certainly got moving. And knocks down a couple of free throws there. He's up to 13.
Wait. You're allowed to run. You're allowed to run. Here we go.
Najimirovic into the action for Melbourne. Holt under pressure. Here's Kickett. Had time to put up the 3. Plenty of room to drive as well. Disappointed he didn't finish. Travelling violation called on Prather, who was a little too eager to get up the court.
Well, I think Daniel Kickett too. He was caught in between getting that 3. He was licking his lips. He was so open. Thought, no, I have to go to the basket. Got caught in between and just missed a little floater with his left hand. And I think Prather got excited on the other end. Thought he had a dunk. He's made a little bit of living out of this in this second half, this end of the floor.
Golding, guarded by Prather, steps around, awkward shot at the back of the rim. What a good look at it in the end, Golding.
Well, he thought he drew contact on that foul. There was so much pressure. Now he's trying to get himself to the free throw line, and that's the right mindset.
Big screen by Jawai. Jermaine Beal just continues from where he left off in the second quarter.
And you called it, Adam. It was the screen of Nathan Jawai. He ran from the low post.
Kickett trying to answer back. Daniel Kickett been lethal from beyond the arc so far tonight. And if it wasn't for him, he was 3 of 4 from three-point territory. He'd be in even more trouble. He's up to 13 points. Into Jawai. Quick spin move by the big man. Got a good look at it. Not sure whose fingertips it came off. Either Knight or Jawai's, but the bucket will go to Perth.
Well, it looked like Jawai. Really good second effort. Missed that shot. Got his hand to it for another tip. And here comes Golding at the other end.
Strong move by Chris Golding. Jawai bearing down on him. Quick enough to lay it in. Jawai again. Braither all alone. Went with the mid-range jumper. Martin crashes it, keeps it alive. There's 1%ers by Damian Martin. Beal. Unbelievable from Jermaine Beal. Shooting the lights out.
6 out of 10 from the land of plenty. 24 points. And he needs to keep going with it.
Kickett. Back to Golding. Back to Kickett. Hadjimerovic is open for 3.
Great rotation too, to be able to get on to Kickett. Igor's the one they want to leave open in rotations, and for that reason.
Jawai used the body, but Majuk having none of it. Well defensively. 19-point lead. Here's Golding trying to light it up. Holt did really well. Kept it alive. Drives inside Jawai. All his way through. Martin tried to reach around and slap it away. Committed the foul.
53, 5, 3.
Good play by Holt. Way to get to the offensive boards. And again, if they're going to get back into this game, it's really going to be on the back of Stephen Holt and Chris Golding. They have to make things happen. Even when they're driving to the basket, creating for each other, creating for Kickett as well, who we know can knock down that 3. It's really going to make the defense collapse and get other people into the game. But if United are going to get into this game, it's going to come from the defensive end. They have to get stops. 52%. Perth Wildcats are shooting so far. 59 points. With 6 minutes to go in the quarter.
First free throw that Holt's missed this evening. And perfect. 7 points from the line before then. Here's Jermaine Beal from the counter!
Why not? What a shot. That is so deep.
Anywhere inside half court, Jermaine Beal's going to be jacking it up, but he strips it away there. He'll pull up again. He transition. Jermaine Beal! Remarkable stuff. Melbourne want timeout. Beal's calling for the crowd to get on their feet. He's unstoppable at the moment.
Jermaine Beal, I have a tear in my eye. What shooting, 8 from 12 from the 3-point line, and this crowd is going off.
They don't call him dollar for nothing. He has been money tonight.
Oh, nothing but net too. Why wouldn't he? And that's what you want your best players to do. They make 1, they make 2. He gets 18 in the second quarter. And then he's got 12 already in the first 4 minutes, all from the 3-point line.
30 points equals his career high. So it'll be a career night tonight for Jermaine Beal.
Well, he needs to get 50 from here.
He had 26 against the Hawks in round 6. He's had 30 previously. In his short time in the NBL, a couple of seasons old now. But here are his stats, 30 points. Well up on his average this season. A couple of rebounds, 5 assists as well. And he's been doing it all.
Well, and from memory, 8 threes is the most that anyone's hit so far this season. I think it belongs to Chris Golding against the Sydney Kings. So he was 8 for 16 that night, 8 for 12. Have a look at these. They're just coming from everywhere. And the longer this game has gone on, the deeper he has got. That was a contested three. Have a look at this one. That's deep. Now he's feeling it, and he's just pulling up. Jump stop there, off that left hand, and he's getting excited.
Unbelievable. Running out of words to describe the man because he's just been on fire. And it's hard to answer and playing defensively when he's shooting from that far back. Here's Warwick. Rebounded by Knight. Blanchfield did just enough to affect it. It'll be a United ball.
And that's exactly what Chris Golding has done to other teams, and the Melbourne United have done to other teams, as they've hit more threes than any other team in the competition so far. Tonight, the Perth Wildcats, 9 for 17. 8 to 12 of those is from Beal alone.
Holt driving through the lane, trying to float it up, and it's tipped in. Sorry, it dropped itself. I don't think Warwick touched it. He did touch the rim, though. They try and get the ball in Jermaine Beal's hands. He's trying to pop out. Surely not. Here's Redditch. He's wide open. Bang!
And that's what I like about Jermaine Beal. You know, they had two people run at him. He threw the extra pass for his 6th assist. He let somebody else join the party.
Drawing the defense, Beal and Redditch just left wide open. Here's Warwick. Nice move from Hakeem Warwick.
Well, they just need to know where Jermaine Beal is in this zone.
And shoot. Jermaine Beal again!
I'm not sure whether they realise that Jermaine Beal has range. Serious range. 9 threes. Have a look at this. Again, he's 1.5 meters outside three.
The ring looking the size of a hula hoop at the moment for Jermaine Beal. He cannot miss. Here's Holt trying to answer back. That one rims out. Beal feeling it at the moment. Screaming back up the court. That's the deepest of the lot. Heat check for Jermaine Beal.
I was going home. If he made that, I was out.
Matt Knight lays it in for 2.
Now, from memory, I think the NBL record's like 13 threes in a game. And that may have been a 48-minute game. But he's 9 for 14, so he's got a few of those heat checks up his sleeve. He needs to continue to let him rip.
We'll get to work on the numbers there, but Jermaine Beal, there's just a murmur going around Perth Arena at the moment. All eyes on that man. Let's look at that last one. That is a long, long way back.
And Holt his feet are 1 meter outside three, and it's contested.
Warwick backing down on Kenny. Too easy. Had a big size mismatch there. Knew it. Took it right to the rim.
Now, what they've got to be careful of, the Perth Wildcats, is everyone's celebrating the individual success of Beal, is that United don't start making a dent in this 16-point lead and get it back to single digits at three-quarter time.
Here's Beal. Ball in his hands. Drives inside. Guarded by Tomlinson. Had it knocked away that time. Good defense by Nate Tomlinson.
Great hands from Nate.
Catching and shooting in transition. Blanchfield buries it.
Here we go. And let's not forget, the Perth Wildcats win this game. They are on top of the table.
They win by a margin like this, they'll be well ahead in the series as well. Here's Knight. He went down hard, Matt Knight. He's grabbed at his shoulder straight away. That shoulder heavily strapped.
Oh, that's not good.
We know that he's had plenty of shoulder injuries through his career. Let's hope that he's okay. It was an awkward landing from big Matt Knight.
And he's had such a good run with not missing games, and He's had an injury-plagued career, as we know, but the last year or two, he really hasn't missed too many games at all. So fingers crossed that this isn't something serious for Matt Knight, who's having such a great season.
And look on his face. Looks like he knows he's done something. He's going to head straight out into the change rooms. Sour note on what's been a big night for the Wildcats so far. He was the only Wildcat to start every game this season. And his last season without missing a game through injury was way back in 2009. He's kick it. Oh, he's answering back for Melbourne. We know Jermaine Beal's been shooting it well. He'll kick it. He's 4 and 5 from beyond the arc.
Well, it's a long way to go, down 20. But if any team is capable of being able to get it closer, it's Melbourne United.
Beal down low to Jervis. Beal wants it back. Jervis spinning. Trying to throw it up off the glass. Maybe just a chance here for United. Just to creep a little closer, heading towards three-quarter time. Warwickman, a turnaround fadeaway. And Trevor Gleeson wants to talk it over.
Yeah, good time out from Trevor Gleeson. And Jermaine Beal is the first Wildcats player that has ever made 9 threes in a game. There was a heap of them that have made 8 threes. No one had ever made 9. That's a surprise with some of the superstar talent that the Wildcats have had over the years.
I'll look at some of the stats through the game so far. And the Wildcats 9% better from the field than United. 3-point shooting, 11 of 20. Jermaine Beal has got 9 of those himself. Let's check out some of Jermaine Beal's highlights yet again. 3-point shots he's putting up just seem to be getting deeper and deeper as the night progresses.
Well, they have, and he got involved on the defensive end as well. You must carry a hand when you're defending Jermaine Beal when he's in this frame of mind. He certainly hasn't used too much of the rim. But you just sense it. Whenever he gets the ball, the crowd is just feeling it. The electricity in it. And he's animated.
He's a quietly spoken man most of the time, but he's been pretty animated. Well, since he caught fire from, well, the start of the second quarter.
Making 9 threes will do that to a man.
33 points for Jermaine Beal. So far tonight, a new career high in the NBL for Jermaine Beal. Just a little lazy on that one. Blanchfield into the open court. He'll rise. Oh, he's missed the dunk. Oh. And he's landed heavily as well.
He hit his head. He hit his head.
The referee calling for calm. The United players rush across to his aid. Well, look at the replay. He got plenty of elevation, set himself for it, held on to the rim, and he just got a little tangled with Wagstaff as he came down and landed heavy.
Just looked like a little bit of whiplash as well. Not sure how he missed the dunk, but then you see him hold on to it. Wagstaff didn't mean anything by it, as Blanchfield's really swinging to try and protect himself, so certainly nothing in it, but you just hope that the young man's okay.
Every precaution will be taken. I saw him grabbing onto the rim, and as the ball bobbled out, he tried to reach for it again, and that seemed to be what sort of threw him off balance. He was stretching a little more horizontal.
Well, it certainly can't enlighten anyone about what it's like as you're hanging off the ring and trying to put it back in after a missed dunk. But I think you're right. He took one hand off and came down so hard. Good to see him up now. The Perth crowd giving him a round of applause.
As I said, Shane, it looked a bit more like a whiplashy thing. Hopefully, and it seems like his head didn't hit the court too hard. Maybe a little sore, but
easy for us to say from here, isn't it? But yeah, it did look like there was a big amount of contact with his head on the floor.
Looking at best case scenario.
Yep.
A bit of a headache for Todd Blanchfield. Good to see back on his feet, back on the bench. He'll head into the change rooms for a bit more treatment. It's Prather. He goes to work. Warwick was right in his face. Back to Prather. He elevated, took the contact, and won.
They can't take a trick at the moment. The Melbourne United got that deflection, just came back to Prather, and he knew what to do with it that close to the hoop.
Here we go, guys.
See here, not bad defense. They got a block, ricocheted straight off. Good hands from Prather. Opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, you know your team's on when the ball bounces back to you like that. And he makes the bonus one count as well. Big lead to the Wildcats. Behind the back pass, Golding. Here's Kickett. Harassed by Wagstaff. He elevates. Kickett. Those have been a real standout for Melbourne.
Yeah, tough shot. And that was really good defense from the Wildcats too. Really tough defending a pick and roll with someone like Golding and Kickett in it.
Prather across to Wagstaff. He has some room. Rolls it home, Jesse Wagstaff.
Well, in what started off a slow-scoring game, they've certainly picked it up over the last half.
Coming into the game, Melbourne were first in the league for three-pointers made, going at 11 a game. Perth were 7th at just 6 a game. They have turned the tables tonight. Big offensive board there by Warwick. And a foul before he could get it back up, so he'll go to the line. 3-point shooting tonight, 12 of 21 Perth, 7 of 16 for Melbourne.
4 of those have come from Daniel Kickett, 4 from 5 from the three-point line. And he's done a good job, though, that when they've really closed him out hard, he's got his way to the basket. Up to 18 points now for Kickett.
That's not what Melbourne need at this point in the game.
I really think Warwick needs to be playing his 25 to 28 minutes a game if they're seriously going to compete for a championship, which they've got every opportunity to be able to do with the star-studded lineup that they've got.
Inside the last minute of the third quarter. Wildcats have continued. Beal put a shot up for a little while. What's going on? Here's Prather. Could have thrown it back to Beal. Goes himself all the way to the hole. Couldn't get the finish. Tomlinson wants to hold things up. Shot clock turned off. Here's Holt. 6 on the clock. Looking at the screen from Warwick. Got tangled there with Kenny. Drives inside, kicks it back out. Time expiring. Poor possession there by Melbourne. With the clock running down. That is three-quarter time here in the jungle. And the Perth Wildcats leading it by 21 points. The Cats win by enough. They'll go to the top of the tree in the NBL. I'll be keen to put the foot down against Melbourne United with the head-to-head. So important.
Well, every point's critical, really, isn't it? It'll be one each after the Wildcats win this game. But they're obviously going to play each other 4 times. The wins is what it's about, but the points certainly add up. At the moment, United are +2. That'll certainly change after this result.
Jermaine Beal was the man. Shane Hill, 9 3-pointers through the game. He's on the verge of history.
Well, he's equalled players like Chris Golding, Kirk Penny and Rodney Clark that have all got 9. No player has 10 3-point made baskets since it turned to a 40-minute game.
Prather taking a lot of contact in the lane, but is still able to find the bottom of the bucket. Beal on the bench at the moment, much to the disappointment of everyone in here. Jervis slaps it away from Holt.
Hang on, mate. Hang on, mate.
The ball slapped away well there by Jervis.
Don't break the line, please, Sean.
So it'll be a Melbourne possession. 9:31 remaining. We're talking before Shane Hill. They can't give up because they need to take as many points back off the Wildcats as they possibly can, looking towards the rest of the season.
Yeah, they can. And, you know, that's a 23-point margin right now. They have to set small goals and, you know, try and get it down to 10 or 12 by the end of the game. They're not going to get it back all at once, and just need to be able to take small steps and stay positive with this, because they certainly don't want a blowout that they can't get back.
Hill into the lineup for Melbourne. We'll get a couple of minutes in this final quarter. Here's Golding putting the dribble moves on. Wagstaff steps around, kicks it down low to the corner. Tomlinson. That time, just couldn't finish.
A great pass by Chris Golding.
Here's Prather driving. The elevation and athleticism from Casey Prather. He's hard to stop one-on-one.
Good sign to see Matty Knight back on the bench.
Took a heavy fall in that third quarter. As Tomlinson answers back the other way. Martin. Prather down to Wagstaff. He throws it up and it drops in. Everything going right for Perth.
Merry Christmas, Jesse Wagstaff.
Martin relentless on defense. Now Golding. Driving to the hoop. He's fouled strongly. Couldn't finish. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that's a great play by Golding as well. He got fouled a little bit early. You see Wagstaff with a little flippity flop straight here. But have a look. Got fouled once, continued on, got fouled again. Still had the presence of mind to be able to get that shot up. Just rimmed out. And we've got word that Todd Blanchfield is back on the bench. May even come back into the game. So that's a great sign for him and United.
Golding knocking the first down. Good to see Blanchfield up and about. Bit of ice on the back of the neck. Missing the second. Golding. Much to the delight of the fans behind the bucket here at the arena. Wagstaff, Redditch all alone for 3. Sean Redditch knocks down the 3 and Jermaine Beal checks back in, so no relief for Melbourne United. There is Todd Blanchfield. He's just been putting a bit of ice on the back of his neck. Fell heavily after attempting a dunk in that last quarter. Shirt going back on. You'd think he'd be unlikely to come back.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they'd risk him now, but if you didn't know this stat before the game and you were just watching this game, you would not believe that Beal, Wagstaff, Redditch and Damien Martin, none of them shoot above 38% from the field for this year. Not above 38%. And then you look at somebody like Beal now, 12 from 19 at 63%. As we see that replay of Blanchfield, as we've said, looks like he's fine now. But it's party time for the Perth Wildcats.
I mentioned that record again. Shane Hill with Jermaine Beal. 9 3-pointers so far. He only needs 1 more to break the all-time record in the NBL in a 40-minute format.
Yeah, that'll be a big one for him if he could get this. And have a look at those top scorers. We've spoken about Beal, 33 points. Prather really starting to inch his way up with 20 now. And Matty Knight, who you wouldn't think could take any further part in the game. Looked like he did something with his shoulder, but back on the bench, which is a good sign. Kickett with 18, Warwick with 13. And let's see whether Chris Golding can get himself into the game for the last 8 minutes.
Wildcats not letting up with their defensive pressure. Meyer back into the action. Here's Golding, stripped away by Martin. Damien Martin stealing it away from Golding. Here's Beal throwing the pass. Great transition for the Perth Wildcats, and Tom Jervis throws it down.
And that all started with Damien Martin. He is just relentless. It's a nightmare for an opposing guard. You have a look at him, and he does such a good job of putting so much pressure on, but really not getting called for a whole lot of fouls, considering how... Have a look at that steal. And he sort of gets his hands in, but he doesn't get any cheap ones. He's incredible.
Big finish from Jervis. Beal. And he's now got 7 assists in the game to go with his 33 points. So he's been facilitating the Wildcats offense as well as finishing it off.
Here we go.
Scoreboard looking real ugly for Melbourne at the moment. Here's Golding dropping it back to Majuk. And he's fouled.
I reckon Chris Golding was just relieved that Damien Martin decided to take Stephen Holt just to get a little bit of space. You have a look now, he's got space when he comes off. Nice little pocket pass to Majuk. But I tell you what, Damien Martin, you know, those things won't come up on the stats unless he gets a steal, but the way he can really just limit a player's impact on the game by taking away space and the extra pressure that he puts on is incredible.
Been a tough night for Majuk. Moved to Perth when he was 6 years of age. His family in watching tonight for the first time. It's not going to be a happy night for Melbourne. It's his birthday as well, so a little bit more pain there. He's higher. Down to Wagstaff. 8 on the shot clock. Trying to work his way to the bucket. And Majuk flying across. Catching Wagstaff on the way up.
Yeah, good up fake by Wagstaff. He's got that ability to be able to play outside against bigger opponents and take smaller guys like Golding to the block. Good poise once he gets in there to be able to use his footwork and his up fakes.
No problem for Wagstaff from the line. Only an 86% free throw shooter. Doesn't have to do a lot of work tonight offensively with the way his teammates have been playing, but he's up to 9 points. Tomlinson again harassed by Martin. 6 on the shot clock for Holt. He has to throw it up. High was right there. High percentage from Holt. Early pass into Jervis. The catch just in time. Banks it off the glass. Lovely look from Damien Martin.
Yeah, great kick-ahead pass from Martin. They're just so dangerous when they play like this. They get stops. They want to run. Melbourne United need to get into more pick and rolls and pick and pops. Really make Perth defend a little bit more, using Golding as that person running the on ball.
That three-pointer was halfway down, and Martin steals it away from the Majuk. They will not stop. Here's Beal pulling up in the face of Golding. The record breaker, Jermaine Beal. 10 3-pointers in this game.
That is an amazing effort. And again, he hesitated, spotted up, had his footwork right, and whack. 10 from 15, Jermaine Beal. Take a bow. Have a look at this. Just gets his footwork, little hesitation, bang.
Jermaine Beal has the crowd on their feet again. He has been on target tonight. 10 of 15 three-pointers. So many highlights from Jermaine Beal shooting tonight. An unbelievable effort. And you can watch it all again. NBL Blitz every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I reckon I'll show every single one of those three-point makes from Jermaine Beal. The only man to shoot 10 three-pointers in a game in the 40-minute format history of the NBL.
If they don't show all 10 of those, I'm going to be on the couch booing.
There's Majak's family. Ian watching tonight. Speaking to him before the game, he said he'd have a big crowd in watching him. Unfortunately, it's been a tough night for his team. Not a very happy homecoming.
Well, that's professional sport, though. I'm sure they'll be happy to have him here and on his birthday, and to be able to, you know, spend that time with your loved ones is a nice little coincidence that it happens while they're in Perth. So I'm sure they'll have a great night.
The Cats continuing with that full court pressure. Tomlinson fought his way through. Here's Warwick. elevating and throwing it down.
Good pass by Tomlinson. Really split that trap in the backcourt. That's what they have to do if they're going to try and inch a couple of points back in this head-to-head series. Obviously, the game's going to be a blowout. We're more concerned about what's happening right here with Beal to see whether he can get a few more threes and how this head-to-head points differential goes.
Steps back, one too heavy. Gave Damian Martin a dirty look for not throwing in the pass the first time. Tomlinson, Hadjimerovic. Thought about putting it up. Kick it well. He's had range tonight too.
That's his 5th three.
Unfortunately, the kicker, it's going to fly well under the radar because Jermaine Beal's just been so good.
Well, he's got such a quick release kick it. At 6'10", you don't need a lot of space, and he just gets rid of it. Tough to defend.
Martin driving baseline, ran out of room, pushed, goes into first row of the crowd. Wildcats ball.
Up here, fellas.
Certainly did a good job of making use of that contact. Damian Martin, didn't look like there was a whole lot there, but got the call. They're going to take a whole lot of confidence, the Perth Wildcats.
Here's Beal. Kicks it across to Wagstaff. Puts it up for 3. The Juk. Fighting hard and getting the board there for Melbourne. Warwick. Tomlinson. Kick it. Sidestep tripped by Wagstaff. He knocked it down as well. It's a little sore after that. Stubbing the toe.
No, went out this way.
Yeah, I'd like to see that again. Looks like a good up fake here.
2 shots, guys. 5th foul.
Looks like Jesse Wagstaff certainly kicked his foot out and be able to stop Kickett, who was about to get a 3-point shot.
Here we go.
So kick it to the free throw line. Now Jermaine Beal, 10 3-pointers tonight. Shane Hill. There is one man that's done that before. Multiple times, in fact. 3 times, in fact, to hit 10 3-pointers in a game. Is that right? What am I talking about?
Can't remember exactly how many, but
well, you hit it. You hit 10 threes 3 times, and those 3 times you did it, you hit 12 threes.
There you go. I didn't have much of a feed that day, did I? A bit hungry for that game.
So you know exactly how Jermaine Beal's feeling today.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling when you can get on a little bit of a run and things go for you. You know, it all evens out. You have the other times, like we spoke about, Jermaine Beal in the last game they played was 3 for 16. So you sort of make the most of the times that you're really feeling good about yourself.
Beal guarded strongly. Wagstaff. Martin open in the corner. The crowd enjoy that. The captain knocking down the 3. Doesn't take a lot of shots.
Really good play, though, from the Wildcats. Beal started that, used that on ball, penetrated the paint, good extra pass, another extra kick to Martin in the corner. Really good team basketball.
Majuk rising. Jervis just reaching forward slightly as he attempted to block, call for the foul.
I tell you, it's an interesting discussion now with these top 3 teams. Obviously, United haven't played as well over the last month, losing 5 games now. Perth Wildcats really coming good at the right time of the season. New Zealand, who have been on fire as well with Corey Webster back. And, you know, it's hard to tip a team probably hotter than the Wildcats right now. You'd have to say they're almost favourites, and you'd almost put New Zealand second. And United are really going to have to find some solutions that obviously are pretty close to those other 2 as well.
What's been the big thing for you with United falling away so much over the past month?
Well, it's a hard one. You know, they've got so many talented players and they shot the ball extremely well in those first 9 or 10 games. Haven't shot as well now. They don't have as much of an inside presence. Oh!
Close set from Jermaine Beal again.
And I think that's what makes New Zealand and Perth so tough, is they've got really good balance between being able to play inside and also having the ability to be able to play outside as well.
Hadjimerovic scoring a bucket for United. 27 points at the moment. Wagstaff, nice little fake, just lays it off, and Jervis was fouled. Just trying to throw it down again. He's had a couple of dunks tonight, Tom Jervis.
I think the other thing that'll be a concern for United is they've given up a lot of points over the last few weeks. They're trying to defend Illawarra only a couple of weeks ago. Really found it difficult against the potency of their big three. And again, coming here tonight, they've had the same sort of struggles.
So see, another timeout called and chance for the coaches to talk things over. Again, they keep talking about Melbourne needing to just chip into as much of this deficit as they can as they head into, well, looking towards the rest of the series. Thought that they were getting their form back. Let's have a look at the run coming up for Melbourne United. They're home to Sydney next Wednesday, and a week after that, Adelaide United, and then playing at home against the Wildcats on the 27th. That'll be a big game.
That'll be a huge game. And a good one for them to play the Kings next week. Although they'll have their new import, and sounds like he's got some potency about him.
So 3 of the next 5 at home for United, whereas for the Perth Wildcats, they're going to be racking up the frequent flyers. All 5 of their games coming up away from home, starting with their first clash with the Sydney Kings on Sunday. A couple of games against Cairns, Townsville and Melbourne, that game, as we said.
Well, there's no easy game on the road, but they've proven over a number of years that they can win games away from Perth Arena. The Perth Wildcats, they're 4-4 so far, but you would have to think the teams they're coming up against and the form they're in right now, the confidence they've got after this win, that they'll back themselves to win, you know, 3, 4, maybe even 5 of those games on the road.
Saw Luke Shuey and Xavier Ellis from the West Coast Eagles also in the building tonight. I saw Nick Natanui before. Now, Nick Nat sitting in the corporate area, I believe. The other boys having to sit in the stands. We know where the star power is in that team then.
You reckon he could have thrown an assist to his boys in the stands and got him down there, couldn't he?
Well, I think he's got a few more of his teammates over there, Nick Nat. And for those that remember, back in a few years ago, he actually jumped over one of the court announcers and threw down a dunk during one of the breaks in one of the games. Nick Natanui. He's a pretty handy junior basketballer. Wagstaff.
They've got some more points to put up on the board, the Perth Wildcats. They are milking this for everything they can right now.
Here's Beal. Thought about throwing it up. He'll drive the lane instead. Lovely with the left hand.
That's boring. 2 points. Who wants 2 points when you've got 10 threes already?
He's up to 38. We want 40. It's a career night for Jermaine Beal. Here's Holt fouled hard. Go. Perth Arena rocking at the moment. Wildcats not letting up. The crowd not letting up either. The Wildcats on fire tonight. It's their highest ever score at the Perth Arena, eclipsing their previous best of 102. 105 points in an evening, Shane Hill. That'll win you most games. Well, with 2:38 remaining.
They could get 115, yeah. They get a few stops and get these guys going. They're certainly trying to run some dribble handoffs and get Beal going as well.
Well, they're 5th in the league coming into tonight, Perth, averaging just 85 points a game. Melbourne United averaging 85.3, so it's pretty tight through there. But we'll blow that out of the water. Here's Jermaine Beal for number 11. A little short. Kept alive by Perth. He'll get another opportunity at it. Jermaine Beal is affecting his percentages now. He'll have a third go, will he? No, he'll drive inside this time. Looking for 2. The crowd riding every bucket as he tries to drop 40 for the evening. He's on 38 at the moment.
Well, that were probably his easiest looks at 3, as you see Holt knock one into his own, but Jermaine Beal, he had a really good look at those last 2.
They're going to try and get in there. The crowd on their feet, and there's a foul. Patton clashing with Corbin Rowe.
Yeah, I think he just knows he's got 38, so he wants to drop 40
You think he knows?
He's not even interested in the three-point record. I'm saying don't worry about 40, mate. Get up there by another 3.
Corbin Rowe, one of the development players for the Wildcats, has actually had to play a bit this season. Tomlinson's fouled out of the action.
I'd like to know how many people have got 40. I mean, there'd be heaps of people that have got 40 in an NBL game, but how many have got 11 plus 3s? Don't die wondering now, pal.
1:49 remaining for Jermaine Beal to try and crack the 40-point barrier. Holt thought about the 3. He drives into the lane. Foul called. Majuk. Patton, a little heavy on that one. Beal calling for it at mid-court. He's got Jervis there. He wants the 40 himself. Jermaine Beal fouled. And he's going to get a chance to get there, Shane Hill. But it'll have to come from the free throw line. He's a little sore getting up.
Oh, I bet he's not that sore, though. He's going to shoot these. I'll have serious respect if he banks the second one.
Beal through the lane, just got a little shove on the way through. He's taking some time to compose himself. Just stretched a little awkwardly as he landed.
He'll be right, mate. Shake that off on 38.
Well, we'll definitely be shooting the free throws, as you said. First one down, 39 points for Jermaine Beal with a free throw to come. A career night for Jermaine Beal. 40 points on the board. 10 three-pointers for Jermaine Beal.
Well, that's a great effort. The crowd appreciate it, but I love the fact that Trevor Gleeson gave him the opportunity to go and get that record, and every one of his teammates rode it with him. That's the camaraderie that you want, and you want to see one of your teammates set records and have everyone else happy for you.
Here's Hill, the 3 for Melbourne. Brad Hill knocking down his 6th three-pointer of the season. A chance for a couple of minutes with the scoreline such the way it is. Here's Bay. He puts up a 3. Bruce Bay! Development player for the Wildcats. He's got his teammates on their feet. The party's well and truly started as the ball's deflected away. Inside the last minute. .32 points the margin. Jervis trying to throw it into higher. Knocks it away. Hill loses it. Out of play. The Cats will get it back. The noise inside this building has been big all night. And the Cats will be at the top of the tree after this one. Bay to Higher. Higher driving through the lane, trying to throw it up. Bay somehow kept it in. He's fouled on the way up. We'll go to the free throw line.
Well, that is the first time that a Wildcats player has scored 40 points since Sean Redditch in 2007. That's incredible.
Well, reaching for the record books tonight. Fade misses the free throw. Missed a couple last game.
Wait for it, guys.
As we wait on the second, less than 30 seconds remaining. The crowd have been standing on their feet for a while. United will run the clock down, you think. Hadjimirevich burying a big triple. Time ticking away in this one. The Cats will dribble it out. A 30-point margin. The Perth Wildcats prove their championship credentials on a record-breaking night inside the Perth Arena on the back of 40 points from Jermaine Beal. Unbelievable scenes on the court tonight. He was lethal from long range. He was continuing to jack him up at the end, finishing 10 of 19 from beyond the arc. 40 points, Jermaine Beal. A career night for him. The biggest score ever by the Perth Wildcats inside the Perth Arena. And they go to the top of the NBL ladder. Let's get across to Shane Hill.
Well, what a game, mate. No one has scored 40 points in a Perth Wildcats singlet since 2007, and that was John Redditch.
Yeah, well, just one of those games, man. I hit one, I hit two, I just kept shooting, and all my teammates just kept looking for me.
What was the turnaround in your own mind, though? You didn't score in the first quarter. You ended up with 10 threes. Again, no one has shot 10 threes in a 40-minute game before.
It's one of those games, man. I was feeling good, and shots was falling.
Come on, mate, you're going to give me more than that. You were shooting it from about 2 meters outside. What was going through your mind? It just must have been the best feeling.
Yeah, I felt like I was Steph Curry for a minute, man. Just come down, let it go. And it kept falling. The fans loved it, so I kept shooting.
Well, you had a great game, but the 30-point win is what it was all about against the team that was top of the table, and now you guys are.
Yeah, man, this game was a big win for us mentally as well. You know, Melbourne's a good team, but Perth are the big dogs of the league.
You guys will take a whole lot of confidence now. Got 5 games on the road.
Yeah, man, in the NBL, man, all games are tough. We got Sydney next, and hopefully we can beat them, but who knows, man, it'll be a tough game for us.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad I was here to see it. Keep it up.